I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. State police are continuing their investigation into a road rage crash that took the life of one of the drivers involved. It happened on Interstate 84 in the town of Wallkill Friday afternoon. According to police, 27-year-old Tiffany Lassan of Middletown was driving in a passing lane when her car veered down an embankment in the center median and then overturned. The incident began minutes earlier between Lassan and the male driver of a light blue vehicle when they started cutting each other off while traveling at a high rate of speed.
Witnesses have indicated to us that there appeared to be some sort of road rage incident going on between Ms. Lassan's vehicle and a light blue vehicle. Now, they tell us there was no contact between the two vehicles, so we're not treating this necessarily as a hit and run, but we would like to find this person to ascertain whether or not there was in fact some sort of road rage incident going on, and if that could have been a contributing factor to the accident. We believe that this road rage incident started on Dolson Avenue in the city of Middletown, and then the vehicles continued it onto I-84, where they would have gone on to exit 3, traveling eastbound to where the accident occurred just before exit 4.
Lassan, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected and pronounced dead at the scene. Her 9-year-old son has since been released from the hospital. Police say he was belted in the car. Investigators are looking at surveillance video from businesses located along the Dolson Avenue commercial corridor in hopes of learning more about the male driver and his light blue vehicle. Anyone with information about the fatal road rage incident is asked to call State Police in Middletown at 845-344-5300. Close to 400 people lined Route 302 in Pine Bush Sunday for a rally to speak out against allegations of anti-Semitism in the Pine Bush School District. The issue grew out of a New York Times story Friday that detailed anti-Semitism charges contained in a lawsuit filed by 3 Jewish parents. Those attending the rally say they were offended by the Times story and that district residents are being negatively portrayed unfairly in the media as a result of the pending suit and the controversy surrounding a proposed Hasidic housing development in Bloomingburg. Governor Cuomo called for a state investigation on the anti-Semitism charges following the release of the story. The rally came a day after area Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney fielded questions from a group of Bloomingburg area residents during a scheduled constituent meeting at the Crystal Run Galleria. Residents, including Holly Roche, a leader of Rural Community Coalition, were calling on Maloney to press for a federal investigation into allegations of corruption and deceit concerning the 396-unit townhouse development that is being marketed to the Hasidic community.
If you read through the lawsuit, it sounds to me that what they are presenting is the entire district. It's pervasive. And that I don't believe in any way, shape, or form.
And this is always the case in a situation where something like this happens. There's a lot of good people who get painted with the same brush, and it gets very emotional, and I understand that. But we have to take it really seriously.
Roche and other Bloomingburg area residents say the housing project was approved as the result of a misrepresentation of the circumstances and facts, and that local politicians were deceived by project developer Shalom Lamb. It's a Veterans Day tradition in the city of Port Jervis. The annual parade stepped off this morning en route to Veterans Square. It's a time for people to reflect on the importance of our veterans, many of whom made the ultimate sacrifice. And those in the lineup today were eager to participate.
They show pride in our country and for what we did, and this is a great way to honor our veterans. And I feel very proud to be here. We can always do more for our veterans. There are a lot of people out there who are veterans who don't have a job today, and I think they really need to be helped.
This is part of our history. This is part of our country. This is what made this country the way it is. If it wasn't for us veterans, you wouldn't have the freedoms that we were assured in the Constitution.
A handful of people stood along East Main Street in Port Jervis to watch the parade pass by, something that saddened longtime Veterans Day parade watcher Stacy Case.
It breaks my heart that there's not more people here. We're fighting for our country here. We're fighting for our nation. We're fighting for our freedom. This has to change. People have to start standing up and realizing that freedom is not free, as the saying goes. It's not. And A lot of men who used to march here are no longer with us to keep telling the story of America and how it came into being. So we have to keep passing on the torch to do that.
And among the other Veterans Day events that were held over the weekend, the 15th annual Woodburn Veterans Day Parade that was held Saturday afternoon along Main Street, hosted by Woodburn Fire Company No. 1. The parade featured fire departments from throughout the area, along with members of school groups and other organizations, in an event to honor the sacrifices and service of our armed forces veterans. The parade ended at the Woodburn Firehouse. Guests of honor at the Woodburn Parade included U.S. Army Sergeant Christopher Sikowski and Army Sergeant Brian Rogers. In other news, in Ulster County, state police are looking for the man in connection with the sexual assault of an elderly woman in her Plattekill home early Sunday morning. The alleged home invasion attack took place in the residence of the victim on Route 32 near Patora Road in Plattekill. The woman was treated at a local hospital. Anyone who saw anything suspicious in that area is asked to call state police at Highland. The phone number there is 845-691-2922. In Sullivan County, members of the Forestburg Fire Department are being credited with physically restraining a drunk driver who was trying to flee from an accident scene. County Sheriff's deputies say it happened Saturday night when a pickup truck driven by 40-year-old Romel San Martin of Woodridge veered into the oncoming lane of Route 42 in Forestburg, hitting an oncoming car head-on. No one was seriously hurt. San Martin was charged with aggravated DWI, felony DWI, and felony unlicensed operation of a vehicle. Sheriff's deputies say San Martin was on probation for a 2011 DWI conviction in Westchester County. And every day is Veterans Day for Lucy Mercado. Since her son began his second tour of duty with the Marines in Iraq back in 2004, the New Windsor woman's been working to show her support for our troops by routinely sending out care packages to our troops through her Support Our Heroes Foundation. Mercado collects what she can year-round, but the holiday season's the busy season for her. She's struggling to collect adequate supplies and to maintain public interest in the effort to show our men and women now serving in Afghanistan that they are not forgotten. Reporter Michael Randall will have an update on her efforts right here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. Well, some of you in the higher elevations could wake up to a coating of snow tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy after some overnight rain, or in some cases, snow showers. When they move out, the highs then Tuesday will only reach the low 40s. Continued chilly Wednesday with temperatures not expected to get much higher than 40 degrees. That under, again, a partly cloudy sky. Well, stay informed by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record and keep clicking here at Record Online to stay on top of news whenever and wherever it breaks. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.